Today, we're diving into the intriguing and controversial story of one of history's most enigmatic figures, Queen Jezebel. Known for her unparalleled beauty, intelligence, and unyielding power, Jezebel's legacy is shrouded in myth and mystery. From her influence over ancient kingdoms to her infamous clash with the prophet Elijah, her tale is as captivating as it is contentious. Join us as we uncover the truth behind the legend of Queen Jezebel, exploring her impact on history, her complex character, and the lessons we can glean from her story even today. But before we begin, don't forget to like this video if you're intrigued by history, share it with your friends who love a good historical deep dive, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content like this. Now, let's journey back in time and unravel the enigma of Queen Jezebel together. In the annals of biblical history, few figures have attained the level of infamy as Queen Jezebel. Her name has become synonymous with wickedness, idolatry, and the corruption of power. This Phoenician princess, who married King Ahab of Israel, left an indelible mark on the northern kingdom of Israel, challenging the worship of the Lord and instigating a clash between the prophets of Baal and the prophet Elijah. Jezebel's origins can be traced back to the ancient city of Sidon, where she was born into royalty as the daughter of Ethbaal, the king of the Sidonians. Her upbringing was steeped in the worship of Baal, a fertility god revered by the Phoenicians and other Canaanite cultures. Little is known about her early life, but her pivotal role in biblical history began when she became the wife of Ahab, the seventh king of the northern kingdom of Israel. Ahab's reign was marked by political alliances and military conquests, but it was his marriage to Jezebel that would have far-reaching consequences for the kingdom of Israel. Jezebel, with her unwavering devotion to Baal, brought with her a retinue of prophets and priests dedicated to the worship of the Phoenician deities. Her influence over Ahab was profound, leading him to erect a temple and an altar for Baal in the capital city of Samaria. The introduction of Baal worship into the kingdom was a direct affront to the worship of the Lord, the God of Israel. Jezebel's zeal for her faith was uncompromising, and she actively persecuted the prophets of the Lord, seeking to eradicate their influence and promote the worship of Baal throughout the land. Jezebel's reign was not without opposition, and the most formidable challenge came from the prophet Elijah. Elijah, a fierce defender of the Lord's commandments, stood as a bulwark against the idolatrous practices promoted by Jezebel and her cohorts. The confrontation between Elijah and the prophets of Baal reached its climax on Mount Carmel, where Elijah challenged the prophets to a contest to determine the true God. In a stunning display of divine power, Elijah's sacrifice was consumed by fire from heaven, while the prophets of Baal were unable to summon their deity. This event led to the execution of the Baal prophets at Elijah's command, further fueling Jezebel's wrath against the prophet. Jezebel's name is inextricably linked to two particularly egregious acts that solidified her reputation as a villain in biblical history. The first incident involved Naboth's vineyard. Ahab desired to acquire Naboth's vineyard, but Naboth refused to sell his ancestral land. Jezebel, determined to obtain the vineyard for her husband, orchestrated a plot involving false accusations and the stoning of Naboth. This act of treachery and murder was a clear violation of the laws of Israel and a testament to Jezebel's disregard for justice and human life. The second infamous act attributed to Jezebel was her persecution of the prophets of the Lord. Jezebel sought to systematically eliminate the Lord's prophets, forcing them into hiding and threatening their lives. Her actions were a direct challenge to the worship of the Lord and an attempt to suppress those who opposed her idolatrous practices. Jezebel's defiance of the Lord and her acts of cruelty did not go unnoticed, and her fate was sealed by the prophecies of Elijah and Elisha. Elijah foretold that Jezebel would meet a gruesome end, with her body devoured by dogs in the territory of Jezreel. The fulfillment of this prophecy came years later, during the reign of Jehu, who was anointed as the new king of Israel with the mandate to eliminate the house of Ahab. When Jezebel learned of Jehu's approach to Jezreel, she adorned herself and looked out from a window, taunting him with the question, "Is it peace, Zimri, murderer of your master?" Jehu's response was swift and merciless. He ordered his officers to throw Jezebel down from the window, and her blood spattered against the walls. As she lay dying, Jehu commanded that her body be buried, as she was a king's daughter. However, when they returned to bury her, they found only her skull, feet, and hands, as the dogs had devoured her flesh, fulfilling Elijah's prophecy. Jezebel's legacy has endured throughout the centuries, her name becoming synonymous with wickedness, idolatry, and the abuse of power. She remains a cautionary tale of the consequences of turning away from the Lord and embracing false gods. In the Christian tradition, Jezebel's influence is often cited as a symbol of the corruption that can infiltrate the church when false teachings and idolatrous practices are allowed to take root. Her story serves as a reminder of the importance of remaining faithful to the teachings of Scripture and resisting the temptations of worldly influences. Moreover, Jezebel's actions have become a touchstone for discussions on the role of women in leadership and the potential for the abuse of power. Her manipulation of Ahab and her ruthless pursuit of her agenda have sparked debates about the responsible exercise of authority and the need for accountability in positions of influence. Queen Jezebel's story is a compelling and cautionary tale that resonates across generations. Her unwavering devotion to Baal and her uncompromising pursuit of power led her to commit acts of cruelty and defy the very foundations of the Israelite faith. Her fate, foretold by the prophets and fulfilled in a gruesome manner, serves as a reminder of the consequences of defying the Lord and embracing idolatry. While Jezebel's legacy is undoubtedly tarnished by her actions, her story also highlights the resilience of faith and the power of individuals like Elijah, who stood firm in their convictions and challenged the forces of corruption and idolatry. Jezebel's impact on biblical history is undeniable, and her story continues to inspire reflection, analysis, and debates on the themes of power, faith, and the enduring struggle between good and evil. Thank you for watching today's episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos.